So I've been going through my blasters lately, kind of, cycling through them. If they were builds that were old builds or ones I wasn't as proud of because they were early builds and I just didn't think I did as good a job on them. Just kind of taking them apart, redoing them. So this kit was actually, at least the grip and the stock, I think were the first things I ever printed on a 3D printer ever. So it was a while back. And I had them on a different blaster. At the time, I didn't even really know what it was. It was just the best blaster I had, which turns out was like a V2 M4 A1 that was getting sold on Amazon for a little while. And this was back when that was like, $250 for that. So it was a really good blaster and I got it sent to me. So I thought it was awesome. So I made this kit, which I thought was really cool. And it took forever on my first 3D printer. But anyway, the way I put it on there, I really kind of had to hack it and it wasn't good. And I thought, let me pull that blaster down and see what's going on with it. Because up until I took it all apart recently, I didn't even know what the deal was. It had been sitting on a top rack, just kind of on display for a long time. So I took it down and I took it apart. Then I reused this kit here on an EMERBU M4. So this is an EMERBU M4 receiver. So now you can get EMERBU directly from them at emerbutoys.com, or you can order it on Amazon. They're the same thing. I think they have some better deals on their website, so you might want to consider that. And the blasters all ship from the US, but then they got a ton of cool accessories, different stock scripts, that kind of stuff. And most of that stuff ships from China, so that stuff will take longer. But the blasters all come pretty fast. So anyway, I took that blaster because it had metal gears, already had an upgraded motor, so I just upgraded the spring to like an M95 in here, and then really that was the main thing I did to the actual blaster when it comes to performance. And then I just needed to modify a few of these pieces to make them look nicer and fit. And really, like this stock back here, I really had to do some kind of custom modifying to get it to fit, because it's not really intended for this. It's intended for an airsoft. And then there was a spot here that I just needed to fill in with a piece. So I just filled that in with a piece and painted it out, but kind of kept it the same color or very, very similar, a desert tan, which is what it had been. And that made it nice because painting it didn't take very long. It really didn't need that many coats. But this is just a really cool kit, this HERA style kit with the, the HERA stock, the HERA grip, HERA. And you can find a bunch of variations of those on Thingiverse. If you're 3D printer, and you can find a lot of different ones. Now, of course, most of them are designed for airsoft, or they're designed for at least like a V2 blaster, because this is actually made to attach to the bottom, right? And in this case, it doesn't make sense. If I would have printed this now, I probably would have printed something that went through and attached, but it wouldn't, the way the grips work on these, there's nothing there on those V2 blasters. That's where the door is, kind of, that allows you to access the motor and adjust the motor height. So I just thought this looked really cool. I wanted to show it to you. I know a lot of people like this kit. And so now I just put together a new one that's, better performance and has been cleaned up and looks nicer. So again, check out EMERBU, emerbutoys.com, or go to Amazon and check out EMERBU there. Definitely the best quality blasters on Amazon for sure. And at the price point, like the M4, where you're going to get metal gears, a high-speed motor, an upgraded spring. It's a 1.2. That's about an M90-ish spring. You get the metal inner barrel. You get an 11.1 battery. You get all of that for like $110. I'll be honest, I don't think there's any deal, even outside Amazon, that's better than that when it comes to performance and upgraded parts already. So they've got those part sets are in both the M4 and the MK8, and then they do have some other nice blasters too that aren't quite as high. They won't hit that 300 FPS out of the box, but they got several others that'll hit 250 out of the box and have metal gears too. So the nice thing is you really don't need to worry about 11.1 in there. You should be good to go. All right, so comments or questions, post them below. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in those monthly giveaways. Thanks.